It's time, guys. It's time to go live. This will be my first official live stream on this channel. Rolling with me. So hopefully it's working. I had to try to set it up real quick, so I don't know the outcome, but hopefully you guys can join me here on this live stream. I have a lot to share with you guys. And so many of you guys have subscribed to me in the last couple weeks, and it's amazing, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for coming here and coming aboard this channel. It means a whole lot to me that you guys are here to be part of the experience that we all have when we're out doing things, whether it's me with my friends or whether it's me by myself. It's just an amazing experience to have you guys come along with us. And it's just great that I have comments working on this channel, which means a lot to me. So I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just hang out a little bit, wait for everybody to show up in the live stream, and then we're gonna get going here. So yeah, there's gonna be some frequently asked questions. So it's gonna be an FAQ session here, and I'm gonna get into the topic of paranormal investigation, some of the things I've done in the past, way before YouTube, the experiences I've had when it came to some haunted places. And I want to share these things with you, and then also ask you guys if you ever experienced anything like this before, like anything paranormal, anything that gives you the chills, anything creepy, anything that you have nightmares about, things that you never forgotten, whether it's a positive paranormal experience or negative. I like to talk about it right here. So let's see who's out here in the live stream. I got my MacBook here, so let's see. We have Kaylee. Hey, how you doing? And Gypsy Firestorm. Good evening to you. And Jangle, how are you doing? And Kayla Davenport, thank you for showing up here in the live stream. So yeah, guys, I have some news. So I have some announcements that I want to share with you here on Rolling With Me. One of those things is I opened up a new merch store for Rolling With Me. I got some new merchandise. So I got a link in the video description of the merchandise that I have for Rolling With Me. So here's a link that I'll provide in the live stream as well, so you can check it out. I just want to be able to bring something to you guys so you can remember me when there's no more internet, or on a day where you can't log in, or you're busy and you're at work, or you're with friends, and maybe you have a coffee cup that has Rolling With Me. And, you know, it's just nice to have a little momentum like that. And I wish I could have a momentum from everybody, you know, like all the fan mail that we've gotten over the years. It's like fan mail from family and friends, this YouTube family out here. And I have so much mail that I have not opened up yet because time, you know, life gets in the way. There's so many things going on. And I wanted to open those things up with my kids, but they grew up and they moved out. So they're gone. And it's like, I got this whole box full of stuff, and I don't know what to do. Anyway, let's see who is up here in the live stream, like I said. And I also am starting a new membership. So check back in a couple of days. I got channel memberships going, so you guys can be part of the exclusive content when I do the live streaming and just videos that you get to see up to a day before it actually gets released to the public on YouTube. So there's so many new things that I'm doing to this channel to make it more engaging, more interesting, and more exclusive to those who want to be part of the membership. So if you want to do that, check back in a couple days, and that feature should be available because I just set it up today. So it takes a while for that to start working. But don't forget, I got the merchandise that I just started with Rolling With Me. So I got both the paranormal, kind of the whole combination of what this whole channel is about, and then I got a couple of things that are basically kind of car stuff. So you got a mix of everything in the merchandise there. But let me read some of the comments, see who's here in the live stream. We have Firestorm. Hi, how are you doing? Tracy, come to Kentucky and let me take you on a date. There you go. Kentucky, huh? So how's the weather out in Kentucky? It's crazy hot and humid here. And I've been in Florida for a while. And like I said, I had to come back up north, take care of some business. And there's other things kind of unfolded during that same time. And I was like, you know, just being extra careful with my high risk factors. Not saying that I'm a total high risk for any kind of complications if I were to catch this corona going around, but just knowing that I have one of the traits that could put me in that position, and it's high blood pressure, and I've been trying to control that over years, over like 20 years. 20 years, guys, 20 years. And I've been eating healthy, exercising, doing a lot of things, just trying to be positive and not get stressed. But sometimes it's hard to not be stressed with all the things going on in the world right now. It's almost impossible, but we try to manage our stress. But anyway, let's see who else is up in here. And like I said, I'm back at home. Like, things didn't work out, like the whole house thing. You know, I'm going back to Florida probably in a week or so. I want to look at some properties. I've been on a mission to buy a smaller home, to downsize. I was even considering Airbnb and kind of renting it out to kind of have some passive income, to just kind of hold it together so that I would have some way to finance the bills that I have. And I figured that might work, and then that transition would be easy, and then I could just convert it to just, my smaller home when that time comes. And right now might be a time to try to move and get this done. And I try to make that first step, but things don't always work out. Sometimes you get buyers that don't have the credit that they claim to have, and then things they hiccup. And that's what happens. But anyway, I want to share my paranormal experiences, going to haunted places, and just things I've experienced with my family way before YouTube ever existed. And it's just crazy, some of the things that I've experienced. Some of them good and gives me good feeling, good vibes, and it just makes me feel, wow, there's angels out there. It's an amazing experience. And some of it's kind of the dark side, and it kind of just gives you the chills, and it just makes you think about, wow, you don't want to do anything to piss anybody off. You don't want to do anything wrong to piss off. You just want to be good, because you know what's going to happen eventually. We don't live forever, right? But let's see who's here in the live stream. Aubrey, how you doing? Firestorm, go to Pittsburgh. So how is it out there in Pittsburgh? I know we're dealing with this hurricane that was coming through, and I hear people up in Jersey area now are kind of been dealing with the winds and all that stuff. It's just crazy that things just hit the south and then kind of go east and northeast, and what a mess, guys. What a mess. Carolyn, hey, how are you doing? And Kayla, and who else is out here? Stephanie, how you doing? Javon, how you doing? Yeah, guys, Cody. Yeah, Tracy, beautiful. It's very humid, man. So you have a house in the lake in Tennessee. There's a lot of there's fun things to do there. Ghost adventures, I'm telling you, that would be fun. Going on some wild ghost adventures. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm sure everybody's pretty much here now. I'm happy that you guys are showing up in this live stream, so you know what's going on, and do some FAQs. And we're going to ask some questions, ask you guys some questions. If you guys have any questions to ask me, go right ahead. This is the time and the place to do that, so we can engage on a whole other level. Because now, with memberships available, which the option should be activated probably in the next day or two, you can have some exclusive content, and there's some other nice little features that are going to come along with that. So you check that out in a couple days, and check out my line of merch. So if you want to be able to drink out of a coffee cup and be reminded of me, but I don't know. Who wants to be reminded of me? Maybe be reminded of the experiences that I had with my good friends, and that's a better way to put it, right? So it would be a token of the things that I've done with good people, amazing people, and just experiences that you may have experienced on a different level. Maybe you've had similar experiences that we had and shared with on video on YouTube, and now you have a little momentum, a little keepsake, a shirt or a coffee cup or a face mask or some kind of merch that I had produced that kind of vibes with what happened in your life. And maybe you're just interested in that kind of content, and it all just goes together. But whatever the case may be, I have that available in the merch store. I have links in the description here. But anyway, guys, we're going to get right to it now. I want to start with my paranormal experiences going back to when I was much younger. And I'm going to tell you what, I know some of you out there are like, wow, you've probably had something that could have been more intense than what I had, or maybe something that wasn't as bad. We all experience different things. Some of us may have never experienced anything at all, or maybe some of us did but didn't even know what it was. Sometimes if we're not, into certain things, we may not know what's actually going on. So, there's a little logic there. So it could just be a mystery for some who don't know what's happening. But anyway, here, let's check the live stream and see if there's any questions while we start this whole thing here. Tracy, what was that lobster food you bought at the seafood market? Oh, that was the jumbo lump crab meat that I got at the seafood market. And it's really good stuff. And I just finished it. So it's gone. I got to get some more. So maybe in about a week or two, I'll be out that way possibly and get some more. Because like I said, I'm going to be in the Davenport area looking for some homes, but being very careful about social distancing. I'm trying to stay away from crowds. I don't need to be getting the coronies, you know. Nobody needs that. We need to be safe and diligent and just be mindful of others around us, because some of us may have higher risks than others, and we don't want to give anybody the coronies and get them sick and potentially be in a hospital or some other complications that have come along with that whole thing. So I'm being very careful, and I have a lot of good friends who are being very careful as well. And like I said, my good friend Omar, you know, he wanted to make sure he let me know about the whole situation with his son having a fever. And I was concerned. I'm concerned for his whole family. I'm worried about them right now. I'm hoping everybody's okay, you know, because that whole corona thing, it scares me. And so far, so good. I haven't had any symptoms of anything, so I may have gotten out of town just in time. Although I really didn't want something like that getting away with spending time with some amazing people. But at the same time, you know, if I were to get sick and then I'm not around no more, then we can never have those experiences in the future, except for maybe in the afterlife, you know what I mean? Beyond that, you know, somewhere in heaven or wherever our destiny is, you know what I mean? So those are the things I try to consider when there's a risk factor. And, you know, I really cherish good friendships, because I don't have a whole lot of friends because I have trust issues. So there's a limited amount of friends who I actually trust enough to hang out with long enough and actually spend some time with for more than a couple days. So even bringing them here or whatever it is. So that's the situation. So when all that's cleared up, you know, then I'll be hanging out with my good friends again while looking at some homes and, you know, some investment properties, some downsizing properties, and moving on. But anyway, let's get right to this. FAQ, frequently asked questions from you guys. Okay, if you got any questions, you can pop them in here. In the meantime, I am going to tell you about my first experience, my first paranormal experience, which is crazy. Tiffany Holmes, he packed his bags within 10 minutes and was gone. Yeah, it's like, see ya. But you know what? It's like my heart was breaking as I was leaving, because then and Boston come running out like, you didn't want me to leave? Nobody wanted me. I was like, I didn't want to leave. I just did not want to leave at all. It's like, I felt like it was tearing my heart. You know, I was torn, but it's like, I did not want to risk anything just in case, because I've been very diligent. Plus, I don't want to get my family sick because I have high-risk members in my family. So it's more than about me being a high risk. It's about my grandmother and my sister who has MS. And I do want to see them again. I don't want to like never be able to see them. And so I want to be able to be around my family without risking their health and life. So it's a lot of things I had to think about in the process. So I had to go. Plus, I had to be back here to take care of some business. And of course, I also watch a child who has you know, a lot of challenges, but his list of challenges are getting lesser and lesser as time goes on. And it's great, you know, working with an autistic child. But now school has started, so I'm not going to be seeing him as much because he's back in school. You know, they started the summer sessions, and they're doing a lot of online schooling as well. So, you know, there are people being more safer, but still it scares me. But anyway, yeah. I think I've talked enough, but let's get right to the juicy stuff that you guys came here for. You know, hey, Roland, what's going on? You experienced some things? Is it crazy? What is it going to be, man? I'm curious. So you got the time to ask, because I'm going to tell you guys exactly what's going on. But anyway, let's see. Tammy, how you doing, Tammy? I got to look this up. Even though I got my glasses on. Jerry Miller, what is your underlying health conditions? Well, the thing is, I have hypertension. I've had high blood pressure since over 20 years, maybe 21 years. And it's like, where did it come from? I don't understand, because it's not like I chose that path of eating fast food and the fast food life and indulging and overeating and just avoiding the healthy foods. I've never been that person. I've always been about, you know, healthy foods. And I did eat a lot more when I was younger, but I didn't eat junk foods. I just ate more quantities of good foods. And as I got older, I started just reducing the quantities and then kind of spreading it out even during the day. So between that and getting a lot of steps and a lot of walking, it's like, what is going on? Why am I still having this? And I believe it's just a hereditary thing. Maybe some stress has to do with it, because stress and anxiety can really wreak havoc on your health, on your blood pressure, on your whole immune system. So those become risk factors for other things like these viruses. So, with that said, I got to be extra careful. Plus, even if I didn't have any kind of serious complication, I don't want to give anybody else in my family that gift, which is not a good gift. I did that to somebody. So I'm looking out for a lot of other people. But anyway, let's see who is in here. Tim. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Tammy. Yeah, hope it, the ghost story. All right. But anyway, this goes back when I was little. Okay. I was probably about maybe 9, 10 years old. And I was laying in bed and I don't know if you guys ever heard of like the Weeble, the wobble, but they don't fall down kind of Weeble toys. Well, I had one of those Weebles, and it was a really cool little toy. It looked like an egg, and you tip it over and it go back up. But anyway, I went to bed one day and I slept with the Weeble. Okay, and the weirdest thing ever happened is when I laid down and fell asleep, the Weeble, I woke up, and the Weeble was sitting on the table. But yet it was in the bed with me. So I don't understand how I got from the bed to the table, which I'll never know. But at that same time, when I was sleeping, I had a dream of there was like this green light that came over me. And it was like, I don't know, it was like trying to like wake me up or something. It was like trying to get my attention. It was like, it kind of was like weird. It was like kind of floating like this. Like when you see like something underwater and it kind of has that effect to it. But I remember seeing this green light doing this in my sleep. It was a glowing light, and it felt like I just felt cold, like somebody turned the air conditioning down to like it was freaking cold. And I woke up and I was like, I told my mother and my father about it. Like, did you take my Weeble and put it on the counter? And they're like, on the table? And like, no, nobody touched the Weeble. Okay, nobody touched it. Nobody took it out of my bed and put it on there. And I told them about the whole thing, and they go, well, maybe you're just getting a cold. Maybe you're getting sick. And, they took my temperature and all was fine. So I believe that because at that time, my great-grandmother is this thing still working? My great-grandmother had passed away recently during that time. And it's very possible that maybe she was trying to somehow communicate to me because we were close. And the only thing I could think of is, maybe she was like, hey, put your toys away. Don't sleep with your toys. Put them away. Don't leave them in your bed because, you don't want to lay on something and it might hurt. And especially if you lay on a Weeble, if you ever seen a Weeble, laying on one of those, I'm sure it's not going to feel good. So it makes me think maybe she took it out of my bed and put it on the table. So that was my first kind of paranormal thing that I feel like it had to have been some kind of spirit, and it had to have been someone that I knew, some kind of connection to me. So that was my very first, and I was only like 9 or 10 years old. So, that made me believe a lot because my grandmother, in my great-grandmother and my grandmother, they were very religious, went to Catholic church. I went to Catholic school. So, we've been there so many times as a kid. We did so many things together, and it was just Sundays. It was the big Sunday Italian dinner. It was after the church and the gatherings and all that. So it was like the whole family. It was very spiritual and connected. And so I do believe that my great-grandmother was trying to reach out to me, and she was trying to help me have a good night's sleep without sleeping with my toys, which I believe that's what happened. Let me read some of the comments here because I know you guys probably have some questions. I'm going to move on to some more of my interesting experiences as time goes on in my life, and including moving to here from a house that was haunted because, hey, when you build a house near a burial ground and you don't know about it, because sometimes people don't know about these things. They don't get on the property records. And sometimes you only find out by word of mouth by someone who knows something from someone who knows something a long time ago, and it just never got on the records. And then you go by that word, and then it kind of puts the pieces of the puzzle together to solve a mystery. And it's like, oh, wow. Well, maybe that's why this is happening. And this is a whole different situation. I'm talking about when I was a kid and my grandmother and the whole great-grandmother thing in the Weeble. And then this is a whole new thing, and this is more recent. So we're going to get onto this. But let me read some of the comments here and see what you guys are discussing here in the live chat. So we have Tammy. That's it's a ghost behind me. What, the lights back there? Yeah, I got the lights going on. I'm downstairs in the kitchen. I usually live stream in the live stream room, but I wanted to come down here and stand around in case I got thirsty. I could run to the refrigerator. If I wanted to get anything to drink, I could reach over here. I can get my coconut almond milk right here, which I'm running out of. I have my oat milk right here. You know, I have I can eat my onion like the Grinch. I don't know. I got to have my ginger, you know. But that's what's going on here. Let's see. Tracy, how you doing? Tina Green, when I come back to visit, we got to go ghost hunting. Yes, I'm going down to a haunted bridge this weekend. But I'm going to be staying away from people. I'm going to be practicing extra social distancing. That means I'm going to be more diligent than before because the fact that I was around someone who had a fever. So just until I know for sure what's going on with that, I don't want to risk anybody. So if I'm going to a haunted bridge, I'm going to go when there's no one around. To be late at night. No one's going to be there but me. And it's going to be me in my car and then going for a walk. So going to do that and share with you guys here on this channel. So you definitely don't want to miss that. I don't know how long it'll take me to edit it. It might be Sunday by the time I get it all edited. And by then, maybe the memberships will start working on here. So you guys can actually click on the membership and join and get the exclusive content and be part of the exclusive live streams and the behind the scenes and the bloopers and all the other things that will never just make it to the general public on YouTube. So there'll be some things that you guys will see that others won't see. And then some things you'll see a day before other people get to see it. And plus you get 15% discount on my merch for being a member. So that's another good thing. But anyway, let me read some of the comments here. Tina Green, grapes and nuts. Speaking of grapes, I got these gumdrop grapes because I've been not drinking. Roland's been drinking. No, that's what you make wine with, grapes. No. I've been eating these cotton candy grapes and they're really good. And then I started buying these gumdrop grapes and they kind of taste like gummy bears or something, like maybe gum. Because I couldn't find any more of the cotton candy grapes, but they're still good. So I got a bag of them in the fridge and ready to get some out, wash them, and eat them. Let's see who we got here. Tracy. I'm going to comment here and just like have an everlasting comment in the chat here. I'm just going to say, hello, everyone. Thanks. Yeah, this is not going to go well. Or being here, you know, it's probably not going to be, you know, me trying to type. Good luck. Good luck, Roland. Yeah, big clumsy fingers, you know, that's how that goes. Let's see. There's a place here in Kentucky called Devil's Creek with a satanic church. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. All right there, Tracy. That's kind of scary there. Let me go roll up and see if I missed anybody as I was talking. I might have missed somebody. Let's see, Stephanie Graham, Tina Green, that kid is so cute, there you go. Tammy, I guess you're talking about Boston, right? Because that was the subject matter probably at that timeline there. And yeah, Tiffany says, hey everyone, and Tammy says, yes, hello Tammy. And who else is out here? Who is in the live stream? Is there any ghosts out here in the live stream? Is there anything paranormal? Come on, let me know. If there's any ghosts watching this, flicker the lights or something. Do something, you know? Do something to let me know that you're here. Yeah, do something. Or comment in the chat if you have to. You know what I mean? Either one way or the other. And, you know, I do have other options that I do have on here. I got the memberships, we have the super chats, we've got the merchandise coming. I got so many different ways to engage and kind of to enhance the experience on here so that, you know, so we can have this like fun all the time. And the best thing about it is the comments actually working, which I am so happy about. That is like the biggest like exciting thing for me when it came to this channel, because if you guys haven't known about what's been going on with me, I've been dealing with disabled comments for like 9 months because YouTube kind of associated me with like kids channels because I had a family channel with my kids and then they grew up and moved out and I was still being dinged for that. And it sucked because I also had my other channel called Up to Speed Media, and you know, that was a total different channel and they disabled the comments on there. So then I renamed one of the backup secondary channels that we had that we used to post like behind the scenes stuff from the main family channel. I deleted all those videos and I left a couple from my 2007 and I put some new videos on there, and then I reached out to YouTube numerous times and it took about a month for them to finally enable the comments on that channel. So now that channel is now this channel rolling with me. So I finally got comments back, so I'm excited. I'm like a kid in a candy store. So when I got comments and I'm commenting to you guys, it's an amazing thing, because that's what makes YouTube fun. Because YouTube would be Netflix without comments, and who wants a YouTube Netflix? I mean, if you want to watch Netflix, it's fine. If you want to watch YouTube movies, it's fine. But when you want to watch content creators who want to engage with their family, their YouTube friends, you want to be able to comment whenever. Whether you can comment now or comment later when you have time. So that's the thing. All right, guys, let's see who's in here. You love those grapes, Stephanie. They're good. All right, so my next thing that we experienced, and this is something mainly that my daughters have dealt with, and this is something that I was witnessing myself in some circumstances. They were hearing voices. Now, this is in the house that I used to live in, and it was about the same size as far as square footage. I think it was around like 4,500 square feet. So it was a big house. But I don't know, this one's got the basement, so that brings up like, what, almost 7,000 square feet here. So there's a lot. That's why I have empty nest syndrome. 7,000 square feet of home, and it's one person. How am I going to do that? I mean, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with this anymore. I need to move on, have a relationship. I got to get married. Well, maybe not get married, but have a good friend. But I've been doing good because I've been hanging around some amazing people and spending time with people that are very important to me. So that really means a lot to me. So, you know, the empty nest syndrome, it's kind of like on the back burner. But right now I'm kind of feeling a little bit of it because I'm here for the time being. You know, it's kind of self-isolating, kind of doing a little extra protecting the community by not trying to, you know, be around everybody until I know for sure that I don't have any coronies, which I have no symptoms, so I may be fine. I think it's all well, and I'm hoping everyone else as well. If you had some fevers, I hope it was just a temporary thing and it's over with, and then you're okay. But anyway, let's get on to the experience that I had. Let's see. What is this? Hey, I have a Snapchat from you can add me. What is that? What is that? That Brianna usually messages me by my phone, not on YouTube. So I don't know why people do that. Strange. But anyway, here we go with the experience, guys. Let's see. If you can, be sure to click on the notification bell of this video and all future videos, or just on the whole channel, so you get notified when I do post content, whether it's a live stream or it's behind the scenes, or if it's just a video, or if us going out on an adventure, or me going out on an adventure, or some haunted crazy stuff, or whatever it may be. You don't want to miss it. If you're into that and you really want to get notified, be sure to click on that notification bell and set it to always, and also subscribe if you haven't, because, you know, hey, subscriptions really help with YouTube getting that out to you so you don't miss anything, and you don't have to worry about digging through everything, trying to find everything. So notifications on, and if you can, give this video a thumbs up. That engagement really means a lot with the YouTube algorithm. It really helps push a video out there. It kind of wakes up the channel. So it kind of brings in more people, it makes it more interesting, and then you guys will get more consistent notifications when I do post something. So if you can, thumbs up the video, smash that like button right under the video, show your love on here. But let's get to that right now. I was in the old house. My daughters would hear kids' voices. Now, this is a strange thing, because why would they hear kids' voices when there were no little kids in the house? And they would only hear that when I'm not there. It would sound like little kids kind of talking, whispering, and laughing, and they would hear that, and it would sound like it was in the distance in the house, but somewhere in the house. So it wasn't from outside. They said it sounded like it was coming from within the house. And I would be out either doing work or just doing business, or just be out walking or what have you. And they would tell me these things when I got back. And one circumstance, they heard the piano playing. And there was nobody down there playing the piano, because I have a piano. And right now I have a piano that's in the basement, but it used to be in the old house. And they would hear a few keys like hitting on the keyboard, on the piano, and like nobody was there. I was like, okay, so what the freak's going on? Like, who's playing with the piano? Like, nobody, right? And then my oldest daughter had sleep paralysis quite a few times in this house, and she said she would see like this dark shadow hovering over her. It was kind of like, it was a cold feeling. She couldn't move. She was terrified. She can see, but she couldn't do anything, and she felt like, you know, this was going to like smother her. And she experienced that a couple times. And my youngest daughter woke up with scratch marks on her back. Okay, like lines, like somebody had taken claws and just scratched her back. And another circumstance was there was just like these claw marks like on the wall. It's like upstairs, just like this. It looked like a hand. Somebody just like shh, all the way down the hallway. And up to this day, we don't know how that got there. It just doesn't make sense. And then we would hear like things in the walls upstairs, and in the attic we would hear thumping and clicking and clanging, and we couldn't figure out what was causing that. And there would be times where it just like we feel a really cold like breeze. But when it came to the kids like talking, they never spoke when I was at the house. They only spoke when I wasn't there. But all the other things kind of happened on and off, and I caught a couple of those things happening when I was there with them. But it seems like when it came to the kids, they were hush around when I was there, and they would hear water running sometimes downstairs, and nobody was turning the water on, and they would hear like something clanging in the kitchen sink, like there was dishes clanging and cabinets moving. And it's like, yeah, we definitely have some kids in there that's probably trying to go in the fridge, maybe get a glass of water or whatever it may be. Go to find out that the house was built really close to a burial ground, because there's, you know, this is a Civil War area. There's a lot of Civil War things going on, like just old buildings that were just there, that just kind of, you could see them in the backwoods back there, that just kind of got tore down to the base, right to the foundation, but you can see parts of the foundation left. And we saw some bones down there. We didn't know what kind of bones they were. We didn't know if they were like animal bones or could have been human, but I don't know. I was thinking probably maybe coyote or something. But we walked down there when we were still living there and saw some things down there. And it makes us think, wow, you know, this could have been an area where someone could have passed on, and, you know, they got buried back there, and now their ghost is haunting that house. And it just gave me the creeps thinking about it. So we moved out of there. And, you know, my daughter did play the Ouija board when she was there. And that's another thing, playing Ouija boards. I don't know, I kind of got that vibe. You know, they're up there in the room upstairs near the attic, and then they're in the attic, and then they're playing with this Ouija board. I'm like, you know, we're dealing with this, and then now it's going to get worse. I think they were kind of intrigued about what's going on, and they wanted to reach out to see if they can find out what's happening. And that just got things a little more, I don't know, intense, because then they were just freaking out because they would get answers that that were like, wow, you know, it was like legit happening. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm glad that we got a contract on a new house and we're getting the freak out of here. But my fear was like anything following you, because, you know, spirits can attach to things and follow you. And that was my fear, like with something attached to us or our belongings, and then we'd end up bringing them to the new house, which now is a legit concern, because now stuff happens here. Stuff happens in this house, which I don't understand. And it happens upstairs. I have notifications on my phone, numerous notifications, that tell me all the time. I'm going to show you my notifications if this is possible without like invasion of my privacy here. Here we go. How many notifications do you get in one day? My garage. Is that even going to work? Okay. This is an ongoing thing. I was in Florida getting notifications that somebody was in my garage, because you know what's above the garage? Brianna's room. And you know what Brianna was doing in that room above the garage? Think about it. Think about it, guys. Comment here. What do you think Brianna was doing in the room above the garage that now I get notifications of activity sensed in the garage. It detects visual activity and sounds as well in my garage. And my garage is right under Brianna's room. And what did Brianna do in that room a couple of times with some friends? Think about it. Think about it. Let me know in the comments. What do you think happened? Because you probably, if you've been following our family channel, when we made videos together, you'll know exactly what's been going on. You know exactly what's been happening in that room up there, especially since there's the access to the attic, which is right in that same part of that room, right above the garage, right above that room. Think about it. Corin, yes, it's the Ouija board. They were playing with the Ouija board in there, and they heard some weird things going on, like clacking and clicking, and and they felt like just like a wind in there. I was like, okay, well, the attic is pretty airtight except for the vents under there, because in the rafters, and you got a little bit of air ventilation for the attic, and there also is a fan. But when the fan's not on, you're not going to get the draft. And some attics have a continuously running fan for heat inversion or whatever. I don't want to get into the whole detail of everything, but there was no fan in that area, and there should have been no breeze, because it was an isolated part of the attic where it's disconnected from the rest of the attic. So we don't know. So something's up there, because sometimes I hear it sounds like something drops on the floor, like somebody dropped a phone, or somebody dropped just miscellaneous things, and you hear a thump, and I'm like, okay, so what is going on? Who's upstairs? And I don't even bother going up there no more. It's at the point where I don't even bother. It's like I get used to it. It's like, oh, it's just part of the noise. I just deal with it, just hear it. And, got used to it now. And then I get sent. Sometimes the camera in the living room senses something, and it sends a message to my phone. I was in Florida getting all these notifications. I was hanging out with Omar and Tiffany, and just hanging out with the family there, and I was getting these notifications constantly. And I'm like, wow, what is going on? Because my security system, I had it activated, and I keep it activated to protect the property until my house is actually officially sold and the contract is valid. Then the security system is going to, of course, come with me, except for the base part that stays in the house. But like all the accessories that I connected goes with me. You know what I mean? That's just the way that is. All right, guys, let's see who's in the live stream. See what kind of questions you guys have about the paranormal experiences or anything. She was doing a Ouija board, yes, Kayla, and it did cause a lot of things to happen in this house. And of course the other house. So I don't know if we brought something here, or did they just encourage something? Because this is a relatively new house. This was built 5-6 years ago? 5 years ago. And the property here, based on research, there is no there are no burial areas here. It's the only place that has a graveyard, or a cemetery. It's a few miles away. So I don't know how. I really don't know. Let's see here. You should get your house blessed or something, right? Or get it blessed. Yeah. Tina Green. I gotta go. I'll catch up tomorrow. Okay, there, Tina. Be safe. And who else is in the live stream? All right. Let's see. Tracy. Need a channel, special ways to get specific. I don't know. When you have a channel, you want to be specific, right? It's kind of hard when life is not about any one specific thing. So many different things are happening in our lives. And if we were to have a channel for each category of things that happens in our lives, I think we'd probably run out of energy, because we'd be maintaining so many channels. So this channel covers everything. It covers everything that's going on in my life. From rants to my good days, my bad days, my reality experiences with friends, real life experiences, the world today, cars, stuff like that. But mainly I've been having a lot of fun with the paranormal and the haunted things and the randonauting, and being around good friends, whether we're doing creepy haunted things or just having good old fashioned fun, whatever it may be. Like I said, I don't put it all on YouTube, but I do like to share a little bit of things just to keep you guys in the loop, especially if you join the members area. If you become a member of the channel, you'll have access to exclusive features such as the weekly live streams that are exclusive to the members, and then exclusive behind the scenes content like bloopers and just all those mishaps that never make it to the public. You guys get access to that. Plus I got the merch now, so you get 15% off of that when you are part of the memberships. So hey, it's a fun thing, guys. So I got new merch, and the link is right here if you want to check it out, just for laughs and giggles. You just want to see what I put together, what kind of thing I come up with. And if you have any suggestions on what kind of graphics you think I should make in some, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some limited quantity, limited production merchandise specific to the season, specific to maybe the kind of content that I'll be focusing on, or certain events going on. So I'll make some specific kinds of merchandise that'll be kind of a seasonal thing. It'll just kind of maybe have a month or two run, and then I'll move on to something else. But right now, this is what I got in the link right there. But let's see who is in here. You should never mess with Ouija. I'm telling you, yeah. But that's, it's not me messing with Ouija boards. That's over with. My daughter, she's into that stuff. She's very intrigued when it comes to the paranormal, the supernatural, the mysterious, this feeling of, just somebody there watching you, breathing over you, could it be a ghost? Could it be a stalker? I don't know. Just those things are intriguing and very interesting. And I like to share those things as they happen and share the stories that has happened in the past. But I do want to bring you guys, my garage has sensed more activity. I just got a notification right now that my garage has sensed activity. What am I going to do? Take the camera somewhere, go and check it out? I don't know, guys. What am I going to do? Oh, man. All right, guys, let's see who is in here. If you can, let's see if we get this live stream up to a whole lot of likes. I don't know. You guys have been amazing with engaging and smashing the like button. It really means a lot to me. It shows me that you guys are just as engaged as I want to be on YouTube. And that's why I am happy about the comments working, because the engagement is the most amazing part of YouTube. It connects us more. It makes it more personal. It just makes it a better experience. It's just exciting that we can be this community together and be part of this live stream, and it not just be a one-way road where, you were seeing me and I'm not we're not having this engagement going back and forth. So, hitting that like button, hitting that notification bell, and commenting, it just really helps with the overall experience on YouTube. It just brings everybody together. It's like making the world seem like a smaller place. It just makes it more exciting. I mean, we're dealing with a pandemic. We're dealing with so many things right now that are stressing a lot of us out. We've gone through so much. We're dealing with different kinds of emotions. Some people are just on the edge where they don't know what they're going to do, and some people are making irrational decisions. Some people are just, they don't know what to do with their life, and you're not alone. There's so many people out there that are going through this. So if you're going through that, I hope that you can find a way to turn something into a positive thing, thinking about life itself, thinking about the good people in your life, thinking about the positive things that are also going on, because it's not going to all be negative, even though there's going to be a lot of negative things happening, and we cannot avoid a lot of those things. We gotta focus on the things that we can thrive on, the things that make us happy, and try to make a negative situation as good as we can. If somebody's sick, try to do what you can to encourage them, to help them, to be there and be supportive. Just find ways to help someone, but also be very careful during this time when it comes to the old corona thing. So, there's so many things that we can do to make ourselves feel at ease about the things that are going on in the world, because there's so many financial uncertainties. There's so many different things that are scaring a lot of us. And it's not just ghosts scaring us. It's not paranormal scaring us. There's a lot of things going on in this world that are just pretty scary. So, we got to try to do what we can to be positive and be there and be positive and strong for others in our lives. We want to be able to, if you have kids, you have family, you want to make sure that they're going to be in a good place and to be in a better mindset, because if your stress and anxieties get so powerful and take control of you, your children, your loved ones, people are going to be affected by that. They're going to see what you're going through. They're going to want to help you. Some of them may not know how to. Some may be stressed out by it, and maybe they'll kind of distance themselves. Maybe they'll go in a corner because they feel like they're helpless. So there's a lot of things that can, turn bad when we don't try hard to focus on the positive. You know what I mean? Because I know sometimes it's hard. It's easier said than done. But I look at how making other people around me happy makes me feel a lot better in itself. And so if I'm going to do that, I'm going to try my best. And right now I'm trying my best to be positive, because I know right now it's hard too, but we need to try hard. All right, guys, let's see who is in the live stream. It's exciting because, it's a whole new channel rolling with me. It's rolling with me. And how many name changes have I gone through? Rolling with me. I don't know. He's in the witness protection program because he's been through so many name changes. Sharon J. Reeves. Heck yeah. Paranormal is way better. Clowns. Yeah, clowns. Speaking of clowns, I'm in the official clown house, guys. That's what it's called, right? The clown house. If you guys check back in 2016, this was the clown house. You check those videos out. The clown house, officially, huh? Had some clown videos here. Recent clown prank with my friends. Think about it. It's the clown house. Man, maybe I'm the clown right here. I don't know. I'm just a you know, an ordinary guy with a big heart who wants to you know, to be as happy as he can, to be around positive people and be able to help other people as best I can, and experience the best in life, and just try to bring everybody together and have a little community on YouTube, and you know, this little thing on the side. It's fun. All right, let's see. We got Jenny. Are you going to do any randonauting while you're home? Yeah, I'm going to do some randonauting. I'm going to actually do some randonauting on the weekend, okay? Because I'm going to be going to check out that haunted bridge, and I'm going to do some randonauting while I'm out that way and see what I could find. So I got my new light on my camera, thanks to Omar. I really liked the light he had on his camera, so I bought one when I was out there. So I did a couple of videos there using that light, and it really does help at nighttime. So I'll get some really good images. Plus, also, now I want to be able to do a spirit box session in this house right now because I am so curious of what's going on. So I'm going to do one here with you guys and find out what is going on. So here it is, because I keep getting notifications about my garage. So I want to know why I am getting what I'm getting. So that's going to happen now. Maybe I'm going to have Alexa, turn off kitchen lights. Is it going to happen? All right, she turned off the lights, even though I still got camera lights on. We're going to deal with that now. So let me go start with this right now, guys. We're going to do something. It's time to get the spirit box going and see what I can find. Is anybody in this house? We're going to find out right now, guys. So here it is. Time for a spirit box session. I'm starting it right now. All right. So is there anyone in my house? Are you in Brianna's room upstairs? Are you making the garage camera go off? Are you making the garage camera light up? Is that yes, so? You guess so? Did you follow me from the old house to here? Are you in my house? What is your name? Did you hear that? What is your name? Chris? Did it say Chris? How long have you been here? What? One what? 1 year? Go get what? Go get what? All right, guys, let me know if you understand what's going on. I'm going to read your comments. Listen very carefully. If you have any questions to ask, I will ask it. So type it here in the chat and I will ask. Okay, so I'm going to stop this for now and wait for some questions here. You guys ask me the questions and I will ask this app right here. This is the app I use to communicate with spirits. So this is the Spirit Box app that I download. So I'm just curious, guys, if there's anything you guys want to know, ask me. I will ask and see what the answers may be. So let's see, guys. Who else is in here? Tracy. All right, we have Tim. Who else is here? All right, guys. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys showing up here in this live stream. I don't know what is going on. Like I said, I've tried to reach out. The best thing for me to do is to take this app upstairs into the attic and communicate and see if I can get in touch with. Sometimes you have to be in the area where the haunting is happening, where the ghost may be hanging out. So I might have better luck communicating with any spirits using the spirit box when I'm actually in the attic. So I'm going to actually do that on the weekend as well. So there's going to be a lot of things happening on the weekend because I want to be able to communicate to find out and get answers and share that with you guys. And I also want to be able to go to that bridge and kind of bring the spirit box and find out what's happening there, record some things, just kind of, you know, bring my EMF meter because I want to go see if I can get any readings, you know, so if I get any kind of signals, then I know, hey, we got some electromagnetic fields going on. You know, when you have some of that energy, it could be some, you know, spiritual energy, you know, it could be an entity. So between the readings on there and any kind of communications that are going to go through electronic devices, such as an app that's used for spirit box sessions. So we're going to find out, you know, me and myself and I. That's the way that's going to be, guys. But yeah, I'm going to take it to the attic for sure. And we're going to find out what's happening. Let's see. I'm blocking this person who thinks they're having fun. Pretending to be somebody they're not. Which really isn't the best thing to do. You know, don't impersonate my daughter. You know what I mean? Not a very kind thing. I don't take very nicely to that. You know, especially watch my mafia videos. You'll understand the kind of person I could be if somebody was to, you know, disrespect my daughters. Because, you know, there's no going back when you go down that dark road. You know, disrespect. And a guy like me who's a family guy, forget about it. Things are not going to be pretty. So you don't mess with my kids. You don't mess with my... Even though they're grown up, I'm going to still be protective. I'm never going to stop protecting my daughters. That's who I am. It's just part of me. I live for my kids. You know, my kids are my life. You know, I take being dad... I take pride in being a dad. It's like the biggest, the most amazing thing for me to ever be. And that's a dad. Okay? That's me. That's who I am. Let's see. Sharon, hey, how you doing? Tina, ask for a specific question you know the answer to and see what answer you get. I'm going to try that, Tina. I'm going to try that. I'm going to go in the attic this weekend. I'm going to use the spirit box. Going to find out what's going on, get some answers, and share with you guys because I'm curious to know exactly what's going on. So if you guys can, let's get to like 500 thumbs ups. I know we did it in my last video, guys. So thank you so much. You guys are amazing because you got that video like up to 500 likes. I mean, that's a lot of thumbs. I mean, my thumb would be hurting by then, but I mean, it's teamwork. Everybody's pitching in together, watching the content and engaging. Because that's the best part about YouTube. If you're watching, be sure to rate. Because if you're watching and you're engaging at the same time, it's an overall better experience for everybody. And then I'll give you shout outs too. And plus if you decide to be part of the members here, you get some exclusive behind the scenes and all that good stuff and, you know, merchandise discounts. And I wish I could give away merch, you know, to say, hey, you guys are amazing. I love all of you. But, you know, I would go broke. And right now it's like the worst time to like give things away. You know what I mean? With the economy, with the pandemic, it's like, you know, I'm struggling right now. That's why I'm trying to downsize is I'm like, phew, I'm holding on tight to what I got. I'm trying to, you know, get in a smaller financial, you know, burden because this is too much. So trying to downsize and make things a little easier on me so that I can be able to have a little more breathing room. So, you know, maybe a few years ago, I'd be like, hey, you know, free merch, everybody, you know, because I want to be able to give back. But anyway, you guys are awesome and be safe out there. I know, hey, this is not your typical live stream where I'm going around, you know, randonauting or doing paranormal adventures with or without anyone. You know, it's one of those things where I just want to be able to engage with you guys, do a live stream, kind of plug it in there with all the other content. So you're going to have a mix. It's not going to be like a live stream all the time. Like I said, I don't want to like I don't want to overdo it. You know what I mean? Alexa, turn kitchen lights back on. Will she do it? Yeah. I don't want to overdo it, okay? So I just want to be able to have this time with you guys and then still share the other videos, the other content, the other exciting, creepy, scary Yeah. All right, guys. Take care. And if you know someone who used to watch my videos, tell them I got a new channel. Rolling with me. Right here. Okay? We can all roll together. Rolling with me. You guys could be rolling with me. I could be taking you places, virtual places, you know, fun places, creepy places, scary places, dark places, and you don't even have to worry about risking your life. Because we've been in some situations now, hanging out with my friend Omar. We were out in the freaking woods, and you know, some crazy person out there like shooting in the air. Like, really? Like, I mean, I understand, like, if you accidentally stumble upon maybe a property that ends up being someone else's, and you think you're like in public property, you think you're in a state park, you think you're somewhere that you can go. And then sometimes these property lines, especially late at night, you might not see one. It may be too dark, or somebody takes the pegs out of the ground and you don't see it no more because somebody does that stuff. Sometimes you just don't know. And you just go exploring, and if you do a random naughting and it takes you somewhere crazy at 3 in the morning, you don't know where you're going to end up. And then when you discover something that could be a very, very important situation that needs to be addressed, then it's at that point you feel like you got to do what you can to make sure that it's not, you know, a person that's in need. It's not a body. It's not. You want to have closure. You want to make sure that no one's in danger. So then you go back to just to get reassurance. And if there is a situation, then you know, hey, you know, this situation unfolded. Now we can get the law involved, and there could be some closure, and maybe someone's looking for someone who's lost, and then they get the answers, or maybe even helping someone who could be maybe critically ill laying there and nobody really knew the situation. But with that said, when you go to a place like that and something like that happens, and you find out through social media, you find out, hey, and then you look at the footage and you look at it and say, wow, you know, this warrants an investigation because something is there and we just need to see what it is. And when you get those answers, you know, then there's closure. But sometimes we got to go above and beyond, even if we're going to be trespassing, because you could be saving somebody's life, or you could be helping a family or a person out. And so at that point, really, you got to think about the priorities. You got to really think about the people involved and who you might be helping. You know, so yeah, it's kind of scary when somebody shooting at you, you know, and you know, like, you don't know if those are intended for you, you know, bullets flying, you don't know what's going on. You think, oh my gosh, those are intended for me, all right? It's not fireworks, right? You know, so it's a scary thing, guys. It really is. So, you know, like, if you're going to do these random naughting adventures, be very careful and watch what you get into, because you never know what you're going to get yourself into. And you don't want it to be your last adventure, because at one time you probably saw a video where I just looked like there was high anxiety. You could see in my face I was highly stressed. I wasn't talking a whole lot. I was very quiet. If you were watching some of Omar's videos when we were doing random naughting at 3 in the morning, then when we came back to investigate, you notice I was kind of quiet because I was highly stressed. Being in those situations, and I haven't been doing that a lot like they have, so it's kind of new to me. And, you know, being in a, you know, hearing people shooting at you, and it's stressful, and you're going back there, like who goes back to a place they've been shot at? Like, you want to get away from there, but at the same time, you know, you're trying to help. Somebody could have a kid who's missing, and you're trying to help somebody. So then you're taking one for the family. You're going to bite that bullet. You're going to do what you can, and so there's high anxiety, and so yeah, I'm kind of like, you know, a little stressed. But that was going on. That was going on in my head. Okay, so if you saw me, look like I was spaced out a little bit, and then Omar hits a spot on my face, and I'm looking at him like, that's the end. Like, I'm like, what did you do? You know, that's because I was so stressed, and it's like, I guess it kind of snapped me into another world, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And I just couldn't. I guess I just couldn't figure out what was happening. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa. You know, it's one of those things where you just high anxiety. You know, if something just like a quarter drops on the floor, you're gonna like jump. You know what I mean? Or a needle. It's just like things can just get escalated. But that's what was happening there, guys. But let's see who's in the live stream here, because I'm going to have to get out of here. I don't want to make these live streams too long. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have a lot to do. You know, you come back later and comment. That's the great thing about it. Come back and comment. But my next video is going to be an upload. It's going to be paranormal experiences. It's going to be fun stuff. It's going to be dark and creepy. be ready for that. Spirit box sessions are going to happen. Going to be exploring places that are going to probably scare some people away, and it might scare me. I don't know. I might be running and like freaking out, but I doubt it, because after, you know, being, which I believe we were being shot at in those woods in that other video, I feel like what can get worse? I mean, what can be worse? What is a ghost going to do? I'm going to be protected. I'm going to bring in some water. I'm going to bring the cross. I'm going to be ready. You know, I'm not going to go empty-handed. So I'm going to have what I need, and hopefully I don't bring anything back here. We don't have a family reunion over here of ghosts. You know what I mean? Hey, it'd be hard to sell the house if I have all that going on. I'd be stuck with a house. They'd be, oh, I'm not buying it. It's a haunted house. I'm not buying it. But they end up probably follow me anyway. If I move out, they're going to follow me. So it might be okay. You know what I mean? Might be okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. You are all amazing. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And I am so happy that comments are working. I'm so happy you made it here. And give yourself a thumbs up. Smash that like button just for being amazing. Just for being who you are. And to show your love and support on this video, on this live stream. To let me know that, hey, Roland, you're doing good. Or comment if you think, if there's something that you would want to advise me on. Whether it's, hey, Roland, I like this kind of content, or can you do more of this or more of that? Comment. Feel free. Positive, negative, whatever it may be. I'm up for any kind of criticism, whether it's good, positive, or constructive, or something, whatever. I want to be able to hear, so, you know, I have thick skin, so you're not going to hurt my feelings if you're like, Roland, I'm tired of the live streams. Enough already. Just end it. No more. Or, Roland, all I want is the clown stuff. Or, stop at the paranormal. I want car videos. Just let me know. Because like I said, I still have the Up to Speed channel, which I can dedicate that to like car videos if I wanted to, and leave all the paranormal and creepy stuff here, and maybe once in a while throw a car video. But maybe that car video would be me driving in a car trying to get away from a ghost, or maybe trying to get away from some crazy people who are stalking us because maybe we stumbled upon something that they want. You never know. So maybe I'll incorporate that. Hey, Roland's fleeing in a Corvette, you know, it's a getaway car. You know what I mean? Because things are going down and it's getting ugly. So whatever it may be, I'm sure it'll be entertaining, because I want to be entertained and I want to be fun, and I want you guys to experience that. And I know with the pandemic, we're all stuck at home. A lot of us are laid off of work, limited hours, can't go anywhere. We're isolating, we're self-quarantining. Says, what else we got to do with our time? What else we got to do? But now we have more to do. We have more. We have engagement. But that's it, guys. I am so done. Be safe. Be diligent. And be mindful of others if you're considering going out to an event and you've been like stuck home so much and you just really, really, really want to get out there and you're just tired of it. Just be extra, extra careful if you do. And I am going, and that is going to be it. You guys are me. And Tina, let's see, Tina, love and hey, Tina, love and light. Shout out to you. I'm doing a little end of live stream shout out. So if you guys want to get a shout out, now it's the time. It's the time to hop in here. Shout out time. Ending the live stream, doing a shout out. Hey, can't get any better than that. You know what I mean? Do a little shout out over here. So we got Tracy Carpenter. Shout out to you, Tracy. Stephanie Graham. Kayla Davenport. Shout out to you. Sharon J. Reeves, shout out to you. And Tim, Melissa's, man, and Selena and Jackson's and Dad Anderson's. Woo-wee! Shout out. Let's see, Stephanie Graham, do you take your Corvette when you do videos or take the Tesla? It depends. Sometimes I take the Corvette or the Tesla. But I mainly use the Tesla because, hey, you just plug it in. You don't have to get gas. I don't have to worry about touching the gas pumps, you know, getting the Coronis, or, you know, touching something that hundreds of other people touch, because I charge it in the garage and it's good for a long time. I can go everywhere, you know. I can go like almost 300 miles before another charge. So I don't have to go to a pump. I just charge it up at home. Yeah, there we go. Tracy Carpenter, when were you randonauting with Omar? Did you ever figure out if those were gunshots or fireworks? That's the thing. A friend of mine that was with us, yeah, he was saying that, you know, he has experience with guns, and he said it sounded like gunshots. and it did the way it echoed. And he said it kind of sounded like some bullets were flying through the trees near him. So fireworks usually don't hit into trees and make a little passing sound or a little whiz by you. So yeah, that's Jody's kind of interpretation of that sound. Kind of like maybe they shot up a little bit in the air and maybe it kind of went back down in its trajectory and hit through some top of the trees or something. No telling, guys, but that's probably what happened. I mean, people be crazy. They were like actually shooting, like really, like it's just property. It's like we're not endangering anybody. Let's see. We got Kayla. Shout out to Paranormal Voice. Shout out to you. Good evening. Boo! Haha. You got the ghost going on. A little bit of that. So a little bit of that ghostly sound there. Hey, just a little bit of ASMR, huh? A little ASMR time. A little bit of, I don't know. Maybe that's not a good one. A little ASMR. There you go. Okay, no, this is not an ASMR video. Never mind. Forget about it. Roland's gone crazy. Roland needs to get out of here. All right, let's see. Who else is in here? Oh, who else is in this live stream? I got to go. I got a dry mouth. I got to get my water. Carolyn Duncan. Your dad's house? Oh, boy, you want to find out if your dad's house is haunted? Oh, man. Yeah. It's scary. It's scary. Let's see. Who else is here? Ooh, Tina. It's funny. You're scaring Tiffany as you dress as... Oh, when I scared Tiffany dressed as a clown. Yeah. Yeah. So don't mess with Tiffany with a clown costume. You might get yourself in trouble. She doesn't like clown costumes. She doesn't like clowns. I found out when I ended up doing that prank that, yeah, don't. Some people, you never know what might happen. Yeah, just don't be pranking her with no clown costume. Yeah, yeah, just be safe. Well, yeah, be safe. Blake, thoughts on TikTok being banned? I don't know. What if the U.S. buys the whole TikTok thing and then it's not China owned anymore? Then maybe it won't be banned, right? I mean, would anybody do that? Anybody going to buy it from China? Anybody going to make it Americanized? They're going to domesticate it? If they buy it, it'll be no longer banned? Or is it going to be banned? I don't know. It's a mystery. You got to think about it. People have a lot to lose, right? Especially people in the States. You got a lot of people, you got influencers out there that are marketing things. They're making a lot of money through TikTok. So if there's money to be made, imagine if they ended up buying it and then it became American owned. Do you think maybe they would, maybe there wouldn't be no purpose maybe no reason to ban it by then, right? Think about that. Who knows? You got to think. Push comes to shove. You never know. Let's see who else is out here. We got Blake. How are your daughters? Well, Blake, they're doing good. My oldest is doing well. My youngest is doing well. She's been having a little issues there. Just worries and fears about the whole, corona thing and, just being in places. I mean, they just got recently married and everything. So, sometimes you have to go into places that, you don't know who's got what when they were there, especially like courthouses where you get married or churches or what have you. So, you can be as careful and diligent as you can be, and then someone can just come around and cough and sneeze all over you, and like, wow, seriously, like, really? That should be a crime if somebody's intentionally doing that, like, getting their kicks out of it, like, intentionally coughing on people and coughing on things, during a pandemic. I mean, they're instilling fear. It's kind of like a terrorist act, I believe. So, yeah, we got some anxieties because of those things that happen sometimes. How long were you a YouTuber, Kayla Davenport? Since 2007. I've been on YouTube since 2007. That's 13 years. It's a whole lot of time. A whole lot of freaking time on YouTube. Woo, yeah. And I guess the most subscribers we ever had at one time was 2.8 million subscribers. So that's about the most I've had on YouTube. 2.8 million on one channel. This channel, I think, has got about 206,000. Yeah. Let's see if we can get this to 1 million. Or maybe 500,000. We'll start with 500,000 subscribers first, then we'll work our way up. You know what I mean? We got to work. We got to get somewhere. We got to start somewhere, right? We'll get there eventually. Eventually it'll get there. A couple of hauntings away, maybe a couple of years away. I don't know. Who knows? It's just a fun hobby. I almost gave up on YouTube, but I had, my friend Omar actually was very encouraging. He gave me some words of encouragement, and it's like, it made me think more about YouTube. It made me think about not quitting YouTube, because I was at the point where I was telling him, like, I think I've had it with this. I'm done with this, because I was so frustrated with YouTube and the algorithm and how it like just threw my channel to the curb, and like my channel just pretty much become dead. And it made me like depressed at one time, and then the comments stopped working. So when that happened, it was like, why even bother anymore? I have no comments, my channel's dead. It's like, all the fun and excitement that I had with YouTube, the excitement when you post a video and you're getting all the engagement and the views are just going up, and those views are actual living people that are very important and very amazing people, and they're part of the YouTube community. And it's like, just knowing you're there watching and engaging with them and being there, it's like, it was the most exciting feeling. And then I felt like YouTube ripped it away from me, and then I felt like there's really no sense of continuing. I felt like I was backed in a corner, and there was no way to enjoy it anymore. But there's some hope now. Comments are working, and the encouraging words from my friend Omar. I feel like there could be that chance where maybe it'll work out. Maybe things will happen. Maybe I'll get back on track. Maybe my YouTube will come back to life. 206,000 subscribers. It's dead right now. There's only 26 of you guys here out of 206,000 subscribers. I feel like we can wake that channel up. We can wake up rolling with me. We can wake it up, and maybe there'll be that magic. There's got to be some kind of magic switch that YouTube has. Maybe they can turn that switch back on, and then everything is back to normal again, and we're full engagement, full hands-on, full excitement, full thrills, and it'll make it so rewarding for everybody. For me, because then it'll show in my energies and my just enthusiasm. And I am trying so much to be positive and hope that things are going to work out with YouTube, because I feel like at this point in my life, I'm just going to be so alone if I don't have another way to connect to the world. And I feel like YouTube is that way. And even though I have amazing friends, I'm sure it's like, how much of rolling is somebody going to put up with? Like, how much of rolling can someone handle before, like, okay, we're done. Okay, go somewhere. I always feel like maybe somebody can have too much of me, and it's like, maybe this time for rolling to, roll out of here. I don't know. That's what I think. I always feel that way. So, when I'm hanging around with friends, especially really good, trustworthy friends, I don't want to like overstay. I don't want to like be around too much, even though my heart's like in that good place, and I'm like having a good time and enjoying my life and enjoying the people around me. I also want to give them their time, their family time, their personal time, because I know some people will, they may say, hey, stay here when you want, but then a part of like, maybe they just don't have the heart to tell you no when the time comes when maybe they had too much of you around, because everybody wants to have their family time. But then I have so many friends that are like family to me, so it's almost like we're just family. But I never want to be that person who wants to overstay. And so I enjoy the time I have with my friends and give them their time to breathe and have time with their family and friends, and and then I come and go. And it's like this, going on my business trips. I'm traveling to South Carolina, traveling to Florida, going different places up into Maryland. So I'm going around and just enjoying the outdoors. But now I'm kind of staying away from up north, like further up north. Like I'm staying away from Pennsylvania and New Jersey right now, because I'm being extra careful because of the whole corona pandemic thing. So I just got to be so careful. And Florida is getting scary right now with the cases that are just multiplying, and it's just spiking so much. But certain parts of Florida are okay. So I'm in the parts that are away from the hustle and the bustle and away from the population and more into the wilderness. So hanging around in those areas where you're away from a lot of the people, you're better off when it comes to the whole corona thing. You don't have to worry about it. But if you're in like areas that are congested, like Miami, and even Tampa is getting worse. In those areas, like it's getting bad. So, just kind of find a way to maybe go in the ocean. You're probably safe in the ocean somewhere, or in the springs, in the Florida Springs. Hang around there. You know, if you have to drive to the springs every day, you know, drive to the Florida Springs every day. Go drive to Spring Hill every day. Go to the Weeki Wachee River every day. Drive out there. You know, I got used to having to take trips out there all the time. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's just something to do, you know, and it gets you away from the coronis. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? But let's see who else is in the live stream tonight. We got Carolyn Duncan. Like watching your video. The only video I don't watch is the clown videos. I'm terrified of clowns. There you go. You're not the only one. There's a lot of people that are. I'm actually a good friend of mine that's terrified of clowns. And the irony is she actually wore a clown costume in one of our videos that we did a prank in. You believe that? A person who was terrified of clowns actually wore a clown costume pulling a prank. And this was years ago. So sometimes some people can overcome their fears, but not everybody. Doesn't mean everybody's going to do that. All right, let's see who's in here. If you can, guys, make sure you comment on this video now or later, whenever you get a chance. Thumbs up, smash the like button, turn on the notification bell, set it to always. You get notified when rolling with me uploads a video or a live stream or whatever, some crazy thing I end up getting myself into, which I share with you guys. And like I said, I got a new merch store, so I got merchandise. If you guys want to check it out, here's a link to the merchandise in my new store. And I'm opening up a members area, which I've already put together. Just YouTube has to process it, and it takes them a day or two to get that going before the actual little button shows up that says join. So you might start seeing a join button under my video so you can join a membership and get the exclusive perks of behind the scenes videos and bloopers and exclusive weekly live streams where you get, you know, exclusive one-on-one chats in a smaller group and a lot of other fun things and shout outs and 15% discount on merchandise on my store there. So there's a lot of benefits. And but I feel like I can be more personal, you know, with members, because YouTube is such an open platform that even though I'm publicly broadcasting a video to many amazing people, there could be some people out there that I really, you know, don't want to open up to because I don't trust them. So having a members area, I feel like there's a more higher level of trust with those in that area. And I know a lot of you guys, I trust a lot of you guys. Like I said, I'm rolling with trust issues. So, you know, those in the members area, I feel like, you know, it kind of limits the exposure to the open, unlimited world where there's potential, you know, wise guys and people that have bad intentions. So you limit that exposure when you have these members areas so that I'm able to kind of loosen up a little, be a little bit more, you know, personal about things. You know what I mean? That I wouldn't be in an open platform. And I know it sucks for some of you guys. I know not everybody can afford like a membership, which is like $4.99 a month. And so I don't want to put that burden on everybody. So that's why, you know, I try to be as, you know, open about everything as I can while protecting my privacy and a lot of things. And so I don't leave anybody out. But I feel like having that exclusive members area it just allows me to loosen up a little bit. And I don't feel like I have the whole world's eye on me, you know, like some of the dark side of the world, you know, because, you know, the bad comes with the good, unfortunately. So as many of you guys out there that are amazing and good people, you got a couple of the bad ones that you can't filter out no matter what you do. And sometimes I feel like doing a membership kind of filters out some of those people, but then I won't leave out you guys who are not in the position to be part of the membership. The members will just have the extra perks, you know, the extra things. But you're still going to get me. You're still going to get my live streams. You're still going to get my, you know, trips to these haunted places, creepy places. Whether or not you're a member, you're still going to get all that stuff. So don't worry. Roland's not going to just be a members only. You know, it's not going to be that way because I don't want to deprive you guys of that. Plus, it would take away the engagement. I just want to give a little extra to somebody, you know, especially more of those people, you guys out here are more connected with me on a more personal level, to kind of give you guys more of a smaller community to hang out with and be my regulars. Because, you know, it's nice to have all you guys here, but sometimes, you know, you got some, like you saw in the comments, you get some riffraff that come up in here and want to stir up a little drama. You know, it's like, okay, members area, we might not have any of that drama there. You know, it'll be a more of a positive place. You know, the undesirables, you know, they're not going to be paying $4.99 to be part of that. Like, you know, they're trying to get their cheap thrills without having to cost some money. So that's the situation there. So trying to break it up to have a little section, a little fun, and you know, if you guys want to be part of that, memberships will be available probably in a day or two. You can hit the join. But anyway, guys, you're amazing. Let me scroll through here and see who else is in here. And like I said, if you guys missed it in the live stream, I talk about the paranormal experiences that I have experienced since I was a kid, since I was 9 and 10, about the whole Weeble thing and the whole like ghostly experience. And then, of course, moving to the other house, that whole experience with the paranormal, the little voices of little kids, and the water running, and the piano playing, and the cold breezes, and the sleep paralysis, and the scratches on the back, and the scratches on the, I'm burping, on the walls, and just like weird things going on. All that's in this live stream. If you can rewind it, you can check that out. If you just came into the live stream, that's part of this live stream as well. And then some FAQs. We had some frequently asked questions, and I've answered some of those questions. They're also in this live stream. You can look back on that as well. So if you just came here, also I have new merch in the merchandise store for Rolling With Me, and new members area. So if you want to kind of get into the extra perks and extra fun things that I have for the channel, you can go back and look at that as well, because it's all here in the live stream. But anyway, guys, I'm going to do one last round of just reading the questions and just kind of doing a shout out on the way out the door. Nikki, hi Roland, quick question. How do you and Omar meet? Oh, that's amazing. See, the thing is with YouTube, we got a lot of YouTube creators that have things in common, and that is a camera and reaching out to the community and sharing parts of our lives through the internet. And Omar discovered my channel, the family channel, years ago. And so upon that discovery, he made note of that to me. And then I discovered him and was watching his content. And then we started touching base. And then it's kind of like we already knew each other through the content. And the amazing thing was that, you know, he knew me through the content. He saw how I was with my kids, how I, you know, a single dad, and how I was handling being a father and very family-oriented person that I am. And he related to that, and I see him as that same person, a family guy, and I related to him in a way. So it's like we connected that way. And we talked, and then we just met up, and then it's just been an amazing experience, is being able to hang out with him more and more. So that was the thing. It just goes back, you know, years ago. And I started this channel. I started in 2007 as well, believe that or not. And the other channel as well. 3 channels I started in 2007. So 13 years of YouTube history, and met a lot of amazing people on the way, all through the years. It's amazing how many people I have made good friends with. And it's a blessing. It really is. Let's see who else is in this live stream. John Paul, how you doing? Southern Comfort Betty, the comforter. Hey, Roland, I came from Omar. I love the prank you and Omar did on Tiffany. You got to get Omar. Yeah, I know, right? We got to get Omar, huh? Yeah. Problem is, if you're plotting the prank against Omar, it's a possibility you're already going to find out. What if he's watching the live stream now or watches it later? He's like, busted, compromised. Yeah, cat's out of the bag. It's already known. All right, let's see. Betty, let's see. I worked at a medical laboratory, test COVID, the corona test numbers went up. Yeah, whew, man. Mamma mia. It's a scary thing. It really is. There we go. I think I've covered everything. Anyway, guys, you're amazing. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. Smack that like button with the thumb. Just don't break your thumb, please. You know, we got enough problems going on in the world. We don't need to have a broken thumb on top of that. So, yeah, guys, take care. Be safe. Make sure you check out the new video coming up on the weekend of me I'm going to do some spirit boxing in the attic, go to the bridge if the weather permits. If we get some like crazy storms and stuff, it might have to put a hold on it. But, you know, so far the weather's looking good, so it's doable. But be sure to check back for that content. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, check out my new memberships area. That should be active in another day or two. And also check out my line of merchandise. Even if you just want to look at it and say, hey, what's this guy created here? I want to see what kind of merch he's got. Hey, feel free to look at it. And check it out. But anyway, I got to get out of here. Be safe, be diligent, and be protected. And that's going to be it for this session. I got to hit the end button.